So we back. Look like we back, y'all. There we go. It look like we are back. Let's make sure it's working right though. Let me see. Let's make sure it's working. Yep, right. We back. Yeah, we just had a little power, whatever. But we back on, we good.
Okay.
But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about is the step one, the building block, and all this stuff. What I realized, all this stuff ties together and works together for the greater good. You got to have, they're doing it. Go ahead and speak on that if you could.
Well, the book talks about hirelings, charlatans, people that feed themselves and not the flock of Yah. And that's what they pretty much doing. You have to understand, these people are caught up in the European construct. You know, the Europeans has given us a way that you ought to do so-called church or assembly.
Right.
And these people are looking for a paycheck and security. You go out there and you hit it. You work hard, but bring your tithes and your offering in. Are you following me? And everybody benefiting from them because they're doing it after a business model rather than a kingdom model.
Right.
Are you following me? When you look in the book of Acts, the 2nd chapter, the book of Acts, the 4th chapter, it clearly tells you the way that this thing ought to be done. All they believed were together. They had all things common, and no man had nothing that he called his own. The problem we have today is that these leaders can't be trusted.
Right.
Because you always have somebody out there that's going to do the people wrong, thereby bringing a bad rap. And the first thing that pops up in people's minds is Waco, Jim Jones, all this fear-mongering and stuff. But what do you do when you see the liberty that we have and our people have right here when we're living this, showing you that it can be done?
And real fast, I'm going to tell you the typical cycle of a typical maybe so-called Hebrew leader or a leader in a religion. They begin to get a following, and they fall into that groove, that cycle of these Greco-Roman, Catholic, whatever, that model where the only thing to do is exploit the people.
Yes.
Take advantage of them instead of doing something to uplift yourself and the people. You know what I'm saying? Build something that benefits the people.
Let me just give you a quick thing why I did this. Remember we was talking earlier, and I told you that I worked 3 jobs to get out of debt. And then once we started coming together and we would assemble in a home, then we moved to a basement, and then we finally ended up out here. We never had a building. Okay? So what happened is that rather than me taking the tithes and offerings that we would put in, and I might add that, you know, Sister Carol and I, we put a lot in every single week. And rather than taking those tithes and offering and, you know, using it for my livelihood and my family, I downsized my lifestyle, lived in a 2-bedroom duplex, took all the money that came in, put it in a pot. And
sacrifice.
Kept doing it every single week until, before you know it, we had $45,000 saved up. And I was able to buy this first part of this land right here. And so it's about making the sacrifice, being inconvenient, so you can live like nobody else. Because right now, let's just tell the truth. Everything that you know, the people want to talk about what we are. You're a cult, you're a kook, you're a crackpot, you're a fanatic. But we're not living like the Gentiles. Right. We're not making the same mistakes that other people do. We've lived like that.
And see, and a lot of people, a lot of people miss the signal for the noise because they're like, I've watched a lot of comments and stuff that people come at me with, and they're like, well, why does he gotta tell us what land he got? This man is showing, he's pleading with you to see the example he set, what he has going on.
Yeah, I put my life on display so that you can learn and
do
it in
people
a
like,
quarter of the time.
and people get their feelings hurt. Like, well, who he think he is?
Nobody.
He thinks he's the one showing you a way out of the rat race you're in. And people, man, some of the comments I done been getting, dude.
That bad, huh?
It is. It can be frustrating, but you know what blesses me is the people like y'all that are in there right now who realize the significance of what the Most High has done to one of His tools, Pastor Dow here, and a I haven't just watched his videos. I'm boots on the ground with him and people throughout his ministry, and I can tell you, like, he desperately wants people to copy what he's doing now. And does it mean anything if they get under straight way, or you genuinely want to put it out there?
No, it's the same thing I said in the meeting up there. Everybody can't be a part of Straightway. Most of them didn't have that. You had 12 tribes in Israel, right? They were one body, one collective people, but you still had them divided up into tribes.
Right.
What people need to do is take the information, mainly the leaders, because the leaders don't do it, the people are not going to be emboldened to do it. And if they don't see an example from the leaders that they say that they trust, then they're not going to be emboldened to move in themselves. So if you teach them and then how to do it their way, they can have it. They can do it on their own. Let Most High Yah lead you that way. I mean, I have 9 communities under my headship, okay? When I say under my headship, I mean under my management, if I can say that.
Right.
But I have elders and heads of communities in each one of these places. They run the affairs 100%. The only thing I'm there for is if there's something weighty, something they need advice on, something they need direction on, they'll pick up the phone and call me. Other than that, they run their own communities the way that the Most High Yah sees fit.
Right.
I don't have time for it. I got my plate's big enough. You see it as is.
I see you. You busy.
So I can't understand the reason why. I do know what it is. I do know that some people have a problem with envy, have a problem with jealousy. It's probably the curses that run in Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah.
And they would rather just save face than actually humble themselves and actually say, you know what? I need to get behind this and see what they're doing so I can learn from it, take that model and build on it.
Right.
Because I can save people years of heartache and trouble and frustration. I made the mistakes. You understand what I mean? I've lived this and made the mistakes, building a community where I can actually give people direction that they don't have to make the same mistakes, and they can do it in a shorter period of time and a hell of a lot faster.
Right. Yeah. And but again, the step one to community building is getting your mind right, because again, you're not going to be able. It's going to be. And once you get your mind right, you can't help but to come together on a higher level with your brothers and sisters. But as long as you see all this wickedness in your brother, and they see all this wickedness in you be like, man, they lucky I spend 2 hours with them on the weekend. Like, that's how you're going to be thinking.
You know, one thing I like to ask the people out there, if you are going to come together as a people, who's going to be the leader? Because in everything, I mean, likewise, you younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Who's going to be the elder? Right. You know what I mean? So, I mean.
But again, if you don't have your mind right, that whole submit thing, you're going to wrestle with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of wrestling with that. What?
I can hope that the people really, truly get it, because, I mean, y'all have only been here boots on the ground for a short period of time. I mostly spend the majority of the day with y'all, giving y'all a tour of the land. But I tell you, man, I've enjoyed your family and stuff. And you can, again, you see what's going on. We're on the Sabbath, preparation day before the Sabbath. And I can stop right now and listen to this. How peaceful it is out here.
Oh,
the most noise is coming from them brothers putting sheetrock up in their garage.
Yeah. I mean, man. Dude, it's, like I said, because of the signal I get, I'm not able to really walk around with my phone and do it justice. But trust me, I got video. I'm going to fly my drone later. And I mean, it's mind blowing. And guess what? I could go tell Madison and Samantha go run out there, go run around, go play, and not worry about
whatever thing in the world to worry about.
I can't do that in my nice, beautiful looking subdivision I live in right now, because there ain't nothing but a bunch of kooks, freaks, weirdos running around there. And I mean, I can't emphasize enough that whole "come out of her, my people." Like, I get that on another level now. Just think about your neighborhood, man. You don't know them people in your neighborhood. You don't know what they be in there doing at night in your neighborhood.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second, be right back.
Okay. But you know, so yeah, I get this thing on another level. And man, I'm looking at these gardens and all the stuff that goes on out here, and it's a no-brainer. It's the way to go. You know.
Did you bring your sword?
No.
You your firearm?
No.
Okay, well, while you're here on the land, as part of keeping the commandments, you're going to have this sword on you. It's loaded, okay? So you need to have that on you at all times, okay?
All right.
We believe that.
And that's a brother. That's how brothers get down.
Luke 22:36.
Right. So all praises, and I appreciate that. And I already got this is
Block 26.
26. Okay, all right.
Well, that's standard mag on it, so you got 15 rounds in there, one in the chamber.
All praises. So, and that's how it is to dwell with a brother. You know what I'm saying? That's how like-minded people. That's how they get down. You know, you make sure your brother's protected. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you care about him, that's what. And if you could pass it out, speak on that a little bit about. Because I taught on that after you did that video showing women how to protect themselves in a mass shooting and everything.
Yes, sir.
Speak on what displaying true love to your loved ones is.
True love to the loved ones is it goes always back to the Torah. Mm-hmm. From a man's perspective and point of view, you are charged to provide not only protection, but food, clothing, and conjugal rights. That's to your wife right there. Mm-hmm. You're charged to make sure that they have the provisions. That's how you display and show love. The way that the family shows that they display and show love to you is by obedience to you. And when you're in your order and you're walking in the way that the Most High Yah has created you to do and keeping that the way that he says, the law, statutes, and commandments, and being fruitful and multiply and subdue the earth, then the people that are under your authority will have no problem whatsoever at all following your authority. So when you get into your role as a man, you'll remove all fear from your family and your woman will follow you.
Talk about, because this is something else I noticed. Talk about the importance of, like, and the analogy I'm going to use of is, like, your women, mm-hmm. the women here on Straightway mm-hmm. are immersed. They have an environment, a set apart environment around them, so it's easier for them to keep their minds right.
Yes. You know,
on that if you could.
Okay, you've seen the way pretty much our women do. Right now they're taking care of the food and the children, and the brothers are out at almost every corner of the land. You know, we live way out in the country. You've seen it yourself. It's about almost a 2-hour drive.
Way out in the country.
From the airport.
I ain't never been this far out in the country.
And so, you know, they have the brothers that they already have a safety blanket and security, knowing that the brothers are always outside working on the perimeters. So that causes them to already be at peace. Not only that, we have 90 acres of land out here. So, I mean, 90 acres is a big chunk piece of land.
And I was telling Pastor Dow, because he was, like, we had to do this thing in sections. And I didn't have a concept of what, I kind of had a concept of what 4 acres is. But, like, this is a country out here that we in now. You know?
If you want to know what 90 acres of land is, it's equivalent to 90 football fields.
It's still hard to get your mind around it until you drive around it and you see that it's his own little country here, really. Mm-hmm. You know, that they live on out here.
We have a gym.
Yep.
We have a tabernacle. We have a fellowship hall. We have a dining hall.
But do you hear what he's saying? W-E, we.
We.
You see what I'm saying? Now your pastor,
me.
Yeah, he go, You know, he got this big old building for you to come in and give him all that money, but mm-hmm. there's nothing provided for them. He was telling me earlier about how he had structured this thing legally for the future to ensure that we or they, mm-hmm. everything is taken care of and provided for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, because it says a wise man gives his kids an inheritance. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Bishop Bubblegum don't do that. He provides you wishful thinking to make you feel good, but when you think about economically, is this dude doing anything for you in the future by having you give them this money for this building or whatever they're doing? No, you give them money to give you happy thoughts. Can you speak on that a little bit about how? that whole Greco-Roman Catholic concept that these people have out here?
You can't continue to keep doing the same things you've always done and expect change. Of course, you know, in its purest form, that's the definition of insanity. It's literally insane when we're trying to follow the European construct out here that they've given us.
Right.
And we're doing it in every aspect possible. We're not trying to do what the Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17, where it says, come out from among her and be ye separate. That's thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Master, thus saith Yahshua. And he said, and touch not the unclean thing. The people next to us are unclean when we're living out here amongst the people in the world, rubbing elbows with them. And we're not even trying to obey the Bible. What we're doing is we're making excuses for not obeying the Bible rather than making an excuse to obey the Bible.
Man, it's heavy, dude.
And as a result of it, we're still suffering the same afflictions, the same diseases, the same sicknesses. You saw the food that we're raising up here. Our livestock.
Hey, look, he walked me through the gardens. I went in that kitchen, like it. And me and him were talking in the truck when we were driving around about how you can't get around when it says come out of her. Oh, that just means spiritually. Dude, you can't get around it.
You can't get around it.
And what we're giving you right now, we're using the staff to tell you come out of her. I'm trying to get up out of her. And we're using a staff to tell you that, but pretty soon it's going to be the rod. It's going to be going upside your head. The shootings are going to happen at your child's school. The poison food is going to affect your health.
That's right. That's right.
Bishop Bubblegum is going to not take care of you when the recession hits.
Can I ask you a question? Since you've been out here, you've seen our children, right?
Yeah.
Remember I told you all of them was born here on this land.
Right.
Do they look like they have autism?
No.
Disease?
Them look like Koya. I heard Koya in there. Like, man, these kids is full of life out here. And they ain't got no confusion. The boys know their boys and the girls know their girls.
And I'm going to tell y'all a hard, cold, naked truth here, too. You have a few of you out there that mean business. And you're very serious about this.
Right here.
You want to be free.
Right here.
I was just speaking with your wife in here a minute ago, and I told her, I said, sister, for every, let's say if you had 50 people that say they want to do this, you'd be fortunate if you get 15. That's how big the cutoff is.
Wow.
That's how big. Because she was asking me, you know, what are the steps? And I gave her the first step, which some of the people are going to be here tomorrow. Okay. That you're going to see this in the step that you interviewed D. Jerry about.
Right.
They're going to be here. You're going to see them all. You're going to see them all tomorrow. You can talk to every one of them.
Right.
Including the children if you want to. They can't talk.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, you have to discern the people who are of like mind. You can do a whole lot more with less than do a whole lot of nothing with more. You can. And those that are serious-minded and not lazy and apathetic and passive and complacent, you can move mountains with just a few. You can move mountains just a few and have a 3 to 5 year plan. And when you get to that 3 or that 5 year and you look back, you're going to find out how far along you have came to, what you come to, and the same people that murmured and complained and backbited and griped and did everything they could to be a tool of the devil to keep you from doing it, they're going to still be in the same old place that they were 5 years ago. In debt, frustrated, diseased, maniacs, complaining, murmuring. Nothing about their lives is going to change, but yours will prosper.
Right. And like, I'm going to get all the meat off the bone with what he just said. I'm serious. I want to make sure ain't no wiggle room. I want to make sure either you rocking with me or you just hit the unsubscribe button on Spiritual Combat. But what he's saying is if you sitting up in these ministries where they just, everything's spiritual, I promise this time next year, you're going to be in covenant with the same demons.
There you go.
Because even if they cast the demons out of you, you're in an environment where they're just going to come back stronger. That's what I was getting ready to get into. It's like this is an environment where you could get your mind right and keep it right.
And once you're delivered, you're literally set free. Because out there's not an environment conducive to freedom.
Right.
The same temptations, everything that goes on with it.
It's a demonic possession factor.
Yes, sir.
Because you're gonna be at the job, you're gonna be at the workplace, then and I'm talking about for your wife and kids. They're gonna be at the workplace, at the schools, watching TV, just partaking of everything.
Hey, since you've been out here, you've seen the men.
Right.
And you see how they work. You seen the women.
Yeah.
You see how they work.
Right.
Are they around each other in any way, shape, fashion, or form?
Nah, the women were down there prepping food, doing stuff with the kids, and the men were driving tractors, working on buildings. You know what I'm saying? It's and one of the things me and who's that, brother Steve? Who's that picked me up?
Yeah, brother Scott.
Brother Scott. So something me and Brother Scott were talking about is just how, you do work out here, and it's good work. It's work that's going to keep you healthy. It's like healthy, natural work that you were designed to do. But we were also talking about how it's not meaningless work and aimless work. It's fruitful work. You know what I'm saying? I know the women down there take pleasure in nourishing the community and taking care of the kids and knowing that the kids aren't in the public food system. And the men, they see their work getting done out here. They building stuff. They planting stuff. There's all types of, plenty of stuff going on out here.
Plenty, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're outside, like I like being outside, if y'all don't know, I do. I might sleep out here tonight if I can, But yeah, man, it's good, and it's not this work where you're gonna sit at this company, work for some idiot forever, and have nothing to show for it. Especially when the recession hit.
Can I give a little jewel here for the men?
Go ahead.
To show them how to do it. Let me give you a hypothetical situation right here. Let's say you have 5 of y'all, 5 families get together. Okay, you got to be a one heart, one soul, one mind, and one spirit. All right,
have your mind
definitely
right
behind the leader of that particular place, and he has to be on point with the Most High Yah. Okay, so let's say you have a sister that's educated, she can homeschool. That solves the public food system right there. You have a sister that could do that, and she can have an assistant. The other sisters could actually be preparing the meals. That solves the meals right there. Okay, let's say you have to have at least one brother, maybe 2 brothers that need to be there on the land to manage the building, to manage the land. But the rest of the brothers, guess what they could do? Instead of being out there in a job and environment where you got somebody breathing down your throat and neck every day, do what I told the brothers to do a couple of years ago here. I said, go out there and get your CDL. Make a lot of money driving them trucks. And you ain't got nobody breathing down your neck. You know what I had one elder do in his ministry rather than going and just getting a CDL? He went out there and started his own trucking business.
Wow.
Making money hand over fist, and guess who only drives for the truck in that business? Israelites that are part of the community and part of the ministry.
That got their mind right, which they're gonna have a good work ethic.
There he is, right there.
Oh, okay.
Elder Mitch.
Okay.
Went out there and started a trucking business. You see what I mean? So don't tell me it can't be done, because it's being done all the time.
And that's what I've been trying to bring out and convey, that it ain't like you got to just sit there and struggle insanely hard and just starve yourself. There's different models and ways, like what he just laid out, for different types of situations, right?
It is. That was just one.
Right.
Only one.
But you gotta want to come up out of here. The writing's on the writing's on the wall. All right, Sister Barbara, I'm gonna let Pastor Dow address what you said.
Sure.
Let me see, because I want to hear. If I could catch. Okay, so she wrote, I need some serious help. Anger issues from years of abuse and neglect as a child. Then self-destruction with drugs and alcohol. And she lives in Carolina, I think South Carolina or North Carolina. So that's her question.
Okay, first of all, I understand that you were a victim, no doubt about it. Probably at the time that all that was going on, maybe it started young, you had no idea what was going on, what was being done to you. The problem is this: even though we're a victim and stuff, we agreed with the spirits that actually victimize us. And when we do that, we end up turning and flipping the script around and putting it up on ourselves. And then we start experiencing all these negative feelings and emotions. Yes, those people were evil. What you need to do is remember this. When you forgive someone, this is the first step to that one right there. You're not forgiving them because they deserve it. You're forgiving them because the Bible says so. You're doing it for your purpose and your self-preservation. Because the same spirits that cause the depression and heaviness and anger issues, all right, which will get you the high blood pressure, which will get you to later on have strokes in your life, with just systemic the way it goes. Those same spirits, that evil happened towards you to be a doorway for it to come in and to tempt you to put you in the position that you're in. So forgive these people, release them, and let them go. Because remember, the person who angers you is the one who controls you. You can't even go forward in life living like that. So remember, you're forgiving them not because they're deserving. You're forgiving because the Most High forgave you. Right. So you forgive them, thereby releasing them, meeting y'all's conditions, and then from that point on, if you're still being harassed, driven, tempted, and tormented, then you can go on to the next step and get some real true deliverance.
Right. Let me see. Somebody said you said you're interested in learning how Straightway operates. You said you've reached out to Straightway Houston, but he should probably just call the
dining hall.
The dining hall here.
But and also I told the people up in the meeting on the side, I said, if y'all want to sign up to Patreon, I got a Patreon channel. You can go in there for $1 if you want to. And or if not, you can go on my YouTube channel and just go back into our archives and look at a lot of stuff. But I told the people up in Detroit that I was going to start talking about all this stuff. And I have been. I've been putting videos up on Patreon, $1 level. Don't just say $1. And you can hear all of this. You know, I'm actually about sick and tired of casting my pearls before swine when it comes to YouTube. I mean, with all the censorship and everything you're going on, I mean, and what these people are doing up there, I mean, I pretty much just rather have it on my own platform than to continue to keep advancing their platform. Right. I just actually use, to tell you the truth, YouTube to actually get people over to Patreon so I can really minister to them, because I don't have to worry about nobody censoring me and what I'm saying. Right.
So, yeah, so like he said, all this stuff he's saying is right on there. And then, like I said, call that number that you see behind him on his videos. You know the number on him?
Sure, 615-688-3025. It's behind almost every single video on YouTube. Right. 615-688-3025. But not only that, but we're going to be live on blogtalkradio.com/straightway tonight. Just go to straightway.com, spelled exactly like it's behind me on the videos, and you're going to see him and I on tonight broadcasting live on our broadcast.
Yeah. So let's see what else all right. Somebody put a typo. But all right. Okay. So all right, and they put the number in there. Okay. Here now all right, somebody said, I understand I need others, but I'm by myself in Colorado and don't know anyone in any other state to start saving money with. It's me, my wife, and 2 children. And I could just tell you, like, I done had a bunch of people from Colorado hit me, but again, you could call that number and y'all might know some folks out there, right?
Sure, there's quite a few people out there in that area. But see, again, you know, I often make this statement too, and I want everybody to please listen to me on this. All right, you've seen the building that we're doing.
Right.
You've seen it. And you also saw the buildings that we have up, but yet they're empty. Right. Is that correct? In other words, I'm going to tell you this. There are places being prepared for the people, but the people are not prepared for the places. That's what's going on. Remember, even Yahshua said, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would not told you that I go and prepare a place for you. Now, the only people that's going to get there in those places are the ones who have a righteous heart, righteous spirit, righteous mind, part of the remnant, the very elect. Is your attitude right? Can you function and to live together with people in peace and harmony? Because if you can't, we'll tolerate you for so long. But you need to be working on yourself right now, because we can't allow you to come into a place like this and mess up everything that we've done built over the last 2 decades. Right.
You gotta, like, and just reiterating what he's saying, the building block of community is getting that blockhead right. You know what I'm saying? Getting your mind right. You have your mind right. And I see one of y'all are like, hey, I tried to reach out to you. You might be talking to me. I'm like Pastor Dow, I'm super busy. Like I got off work last night at 1 in the morning, went to sleep, got right back up 2 hours, 3 hours later, and came out here and been going ever since. So we're busy. So if you want to get in contact with us or Pastor Dow or Straightway, just be aggressive and persistent. I mean, they're not gonna, they're not, they work out here. They do their thing. So yeah.
My brother, I can tell you right now, if you're under a leader that can't see this and can't get the vision of this, leave, move, go somewhere else. What you got, son? Hey. Okay, bless you. Thank you.
Real quick, so half of it would have been 309, but
I got you. We're good.
But yeah, y'all. So yeah, like he said, man, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep because I see how effective it is. This is what you need to ask yourself, whether it's me who you're following, or Pastor Dow, or or Bishop Bubblegum, or one of these other clowns out here,
follow somebody,
or whatever. The way you're gonna know whether you following somebody who's according to this book or not is where are you gonna be at next year? Where were you at this time last year?
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, if you were following clowns like I was following or doing what I was doing, which I wasn't really walking this word out, but if you were doing what I was doing, I'm pretty much in the same spot economically, employment-wise, whatever area you want to name, I'm in that same place. But now, after following somebody like this, watching his footwork, following his lead, doing my work, this time next year, I can already tell, it's just common sense, I'm going to be in a different place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I watch a lot of people with these ministries, and they speak so perfect, and
they
so
good,
nice,
eloquent,
and they so humble when they talk.
More pious than the Pope.
Yeah, exactly. But you already know. I mean, they speak to you nice things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Great swelling words of vanity, and they'll lure you through the lust of the flesh.
Yeah. But what you're gonna find is you're gonna be in the exact same place spiritually, economically. You name it. This time next year, it's not gonna take you anywhere. Now, I'm watching this dude. I'm just driving around here. This place gonna be totally different by next year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? His ministry, he already told me his estimates, but I think he underestimating it big time. And you should have built that building twice as big, but he'll figure that one out.
That's a huge building too, isn't it?
Yeah, but people, I'm telling you, as society, as it becomes more and more hopeless, this is going to be a bigger light to people. And it ain't him, he just doing the book. He just manifesting the book. He just putting the book into action on a higher degree than I was doing.
Being not hearers, but doers.
In to the truest sense. So, yeah. All right, somebody said they're in Fayetteville. Like I said, y'all just got a call,
Fayetteville what?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
We got a fellowship. We have a home fellowship down there.
There it is.
We got about anywhere from 10 to 15 people assembled down there every Sabbath.
There you go.
Right there in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Matter of fact, I used to live in Fayetteville 5 years when I was stationed at Fort Bragg.
Oh, okay.
So we have an assembly there.
Right.
A home fellowship there that fellowships every Sabbath.
So
ask for Brother Gideon. When you call to ask for Elder Doug, and he'll put you in touch with Brother Gideon.
And you said you in Houston. I was just
there too.
I was just in Houston fellowshipping with Brother Greg and Straightway Houston. And again, y'all just y'all need to call that dining hall number that they put in here. You could go ahead and say it again.
615-688-3025. 615-688-3025. Leave a message for Elder Doug.
Yeah, so there you go. But anyway, I think I need to try to get me a nap or something because I'm running on E for
Yeah, we're getting ready to eat here in about 23 minutes.
Oh, then I'm gonna definitely get it.
And
I'm gonna probably pass out right in that field out there. Let me show y'all. Well, y'all can't really see it. I'm gonna show y'all.
You can probably come right here to the front of this.
Yeah,
matter of fact, I know how to go to the side of this building.
Yeah,
right here.
I'm gonna show y'all where I'm gonna pass out at real quick.
All right,
all right. Look, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna go in a coma right there. Y'all gonna see me laying in front of them bushes, and it's gonna be great. And Sammy just out there, Sammying it up, you know. And it's funny, man. Like, hey, you could go run down there if you want. I don't care, you know. You should see me in my You should see me in my neighborhood, boy. I'm like an armed security person guarding the president when my kids are out in front of the house. Cars come up and they see me back there looking creepy. You know what I'm saying? Chambering around. I don't play around. But out here, it's all good, man. It's a real nice place. And like I said, you know the way I am. I'm boots on the ground. I'm gonna document everything. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about, man. There's a stream back there. The one you see that picture of Pastor Dowell in is real nice. The water's nice and cold, and it's coming out of a aquifer or something like that. So it's just real nice out here, physically, but it's also nice out here spiritually. People are pleasant, and you can feel it, and it puts you in the shalom. So anyway, with that said, man, I'm Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. I hope this was blessed to you. I'll be going live some more. I think I'm going to live stream the service tomorrow, so I got to see. But anyway, with that said, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in. Shalom.